I made a mistake. Alright, we're in Dallas. This is my boy Julian.
We up in Dallas. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
We've been trying to get places, but it's just not working out. We've been stuck here we just hopped on a standby flight, or we tried to at least. Didn't work out. So we're here at another one, and apparently we're gonna be finding out if we're gonna be able to make it towards Philly yet or not. I still got one more flight. Is your last spot Philly?
Yep, last spot is Philly, man.
Oh man.
Last spot is Philly.
Must be nice.
How you doing?
Good. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. This isn't going very well, so we're just gonna catch you back at the hotel. Alright, so it's been a very long day for me. I've been traveling all day. I missed my first flight. That's why I had this huge issue. So I'm trying to get to State College tonight, but it's not gonna be happening. So I'm sure you're wondering why this airport looks so empty. It's because it is currently it's midnight right now. I'm gonna be sleeping here for the night. I got my pillow. I got my emergency. Jesus. I got my blanket. This is literally the blanket they give me. It's an emergency blanket. But I figured I would take this opportunity right now that's really dead to one, charge some things, and two, ask you guys some questions. So I posted something on Instagram telling you guys that I was going to be doing a Q&A. So let's read what you guys have to say. All right, so question number one goes to Ben Gree with 4Ys2. And he asked, give up scootering or give up YouTube? I would definitely give up YouTube before I give up scootering because one, I've been scootering for a lot longer. Two, the reason I do YouTube is mainly because of scootering, and that's really all I need, to be honest. I mean, I feel like that's enough. This is a really good one actually because I feel like it's pretty fit for this episode because I thought I was going to be at one of these places. eDog1040 asked, Woodward West versus Woodward East, which one's better? So This is a very interesting answer because they obviously both have there's pros and cons, of course, because one, Woodward West has a big mega ramp. It's amazing. And I also like Woodward West's vert ramp a little bit more. But Woodward East is a much bigger facility and there's a lot more things to do. For example, there's the lake, you can go horseback riding. There's also the ropes course. The ropes course I think is a huge attraction, especially for me at least. I think it's amazing because it's something so different, yet it's pretty exhilarating because you are so high up in the air. But Woodward East, for me, if I had to actually give a for sure, if I had to decide, I would say Woodward East, just because of the actual facility. Everything else with Woodward West is pretty much the same. When I say I don't mean the facility, I mean everybody's personality is basically the same. The food is basically the same. The program is run pretty much the same way. So you get the same feel at Woodward West. You just don't have the size of Woodward East. But Woodward East also has, they have the mini mega ramp, which I think is amazing because it's like your first step into something a little bit more serious than just jumping a box jump. So for people that do want to go higher up in the air and they want to learn how to ride vert or mega, or they want to get gnarlier, it's a good stepping stone for them because I feel like that's something that was my first transition into something big other than vert, of course. But like I said, if I had to pick Woodward West or Woodward East, Woodward East. Colton Ga 04. This is a question a lot of people ask. How long have you been scootering for? It's almost been 13 years. So probably longer than some of you guys that are watching have been alive. Damn, that makes me sound pretty old. Talon.Ramirez_22 asked, how did you decide if you wanted to ride park or street? So I started riding a long time ago, and in my area, in my city, before there was a skate park, which is Cal Oaks, which is my local, and any other skate park around me in that area for that matter, I rode street because that was really all that there was. I just wanted to ride my scooter, whether it was in the street, whether it was at a skate park, whether it was anywhere, at a school, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to be on my scooter. It could have been flat, it didn't matter. And I'm so glad that I started like that because it taught me to really love scootering for what it was, not necessarily for complaining that my park wasn't good or complaining that the spot down the street wasn't good enough or got roadblocks or whatever, or the security always came. I was very happy that I was able to learn to love the sport. I feel like that's something that a lot of the youth in the sport today doesn't get to experience because they are spoiled with things that they have in their areas, like some of these guys that live near an amazing skate park that even I dream of having. And I've ridden thousands and thousands of skate parks throughout the world, and that's something that if they go to another skate park, it kind of ruins their experience with the sport. It ruins the experience of them actually being able to love scootering for what it is, not just for what their surroundings are. So, for example, we'll say a kid's local skate park is like, it's Chino. Chino is an amazing skate park. It's one of the skate parks that I go to a lot. For those of you that don't know, let's say that those kids go from Chino and they go to my local skate park. It's Cal Oaks. Cal Oaks is not that good. Cal Oaks actually, it sucks, but I love it. I love it because it's small, but the guys that come from Chino aren't gonna like it because they're coming from freaking Chino. The transition from that to park obviously was very easy, just because new skate park, new friends to ride with, new people coming in to ride scooters or skateboards or whatever, and now I'm a park rat. Sports Keegan 22 says, "What's your favorite skate park?" That's a tough one because there's a lot of skate parks that I've been to that are absolutely amazing, but every skate park has something that's different that I like. For example, Woodward West has a mega ramp, but I can't say Woodward West is my favorite skate park because it has one thing that I like. It's got to be like a whole. So if I had to actually decide, if I had to actually decide what skate park was my absolute favorite as a whole, so saying that everything in there, there's something that I can enjoy, basically, would probably be Hangar 18 at Woodward West. Now, the reason I like that park the most, and the reason I say that park specifically as opposed to another park that's absolutely amazing that a lot of you guys might think that I'm missing, the reason I like Hangar 18 is because they have big box, they have the spank, and there's a lot of lines, and in the back they have that vert ramp. So the fact that they have a vert ramp, thumbs up for me. Ethan Deluct said, "Why did you name your camera Patrick?" I didn't actually I did. The way that came about was I was actually in the car with Jacob DeRezzo, and I can't recall who the other person was. I don't even want to say anybody's name because if I'm wrong, they're going to get upset. But I just know Jacob DeRezzo was there, and we were cruising to a skate park over in Arizona, and I was chilling in the back seat talking to my camera, and Jake was actually the one that says, "Do people ever think that it's weird that you talk to your camera?" And I said, of course people think that's weird. It's empty right now. Otherwise, I would have people lined up right here staring at me and staring at you because they're really confused as to what's going on. So, that being said, I told him, yeah, it's interesting because I was kind of in my early days of vlogging, but at that moment, I decided to just give my camera a name. So that way, it might sound stupid, and it actually is pretty stupid, but to me, the fact that I gave my camera a name, it makes me feel like I'm talking to somebody, which is kind of dumb, because it's definitely, I'm talking to some glass right now. It makes me happy, okay? It's freaking Patrick. Patrick. Jackson W19 says, "Farmer Joe has 3 cows, 8 chickens, and 6 pigs. How many horses does he have?" Well, Jackson, so here's the thing about that. We don't, I'm not gonna say 0, because we don't know if Farmer Joe has horses or not. Unless that's like your uncle or something, I'm gonna say we just don't know. You didn't give me enough information, bruh. And I know it's like a riddle, but you can't say 0, because I don't know Farmer Joe. Soul2K4 says, "Any hints on the new deck?" As of right now, no. There's not really any new hints. Like I said in a previous video, that it's in the very, very, very early stages right now. So I'm not even finalized on color yet. So right now there's not going to be any other info for a little while. And right now I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. I gotta keep you wondering, because I'm still wondering. Aqua_Reaper says, "Why R-Dub?" Okay, so R-Dub. A lot of people ask me this. R-W, R, and then like cut W in half because it's too long. W, dub, R-Dub. My mom really doesn't understand it. No matter how many times I really explain it to her, she's just like, "Nah, it's Raymond." Malik_Minifield said, "What cars do you dream to get as a YouTuber?" Okay, first of all, let's not say what cars do I dream of having as a YouTuber. Let's just say what cars do I dream of having as a person, because the fact that I'm a YouTuber doesn't change like the things that I want, like the things that I've dreamt about since I was younger. And one of the things I've absolutely always loved is muscle cars. I mean, obviously, Lamborghinis and Ferraris, GTRs, yeah, they're cool. But I personally think that muscle cars have a lot more personality. Not saying that I wouldn't buy like a GTR or a Lambo one day, but if my very first car that I would get if YouTube started going very, very well, the first thing that I would do, I would fix Bertha. Bertha would be pristine. She would be beautiful. She would look like she does on the bottom of my deck in real life, because I love that car. That's one of my absolute dreams, is to get that car completely redone. But funds and time, it's hard to make all the pieces fit at the right time in the right way. So that would be my first thing to do, but that's probably not the answer that you guys are looking for. You're probably looking for me to say like something crazy, like a Lamborghini or Pagani or something like that. Now, if we're going to, muscle car would be Bertha done, or a 1969 Mustang Mach 1, and it has to be Acapulco blue, and that's my actual dream car of anything. But if I was gonna say a supercar, I would probably go with a Ferrari. GTRs are sick. I probably wouldn't buy a Lamborghini just because they're so much more expensive to fix and just maintain. They're insanely expensive. They're cool, but that dinero makes a difference. I feel like GTRs are like the entry car to it, so that might be a little bit more realistic as to something that I would do first, just because you guys probably don't like to hear that either, because so many people do it. Well, it makes sense. You can't just go in and just buy something insane right off the bat. You gotta start somewhere, and I feel like starting with a GTR and learning what it's like to maintain something like that, cost-wise and stuff like that, I think that makes a lot of sense. But all in all, after everything's said and done, I would love to have a Ferrari. I feel like that car to me is very classy, and I see them a lot. I don't want to say I see them a lot less, but I do see them less than I do like Lambos and GTRs, because they're not quite as exotic. But like I said, to me, I think they're a lot more classy, and it would be a 458, a Ferrari 458 Italia probably, and it would be all red, with tan interior, or all white with blue calipers and a white interior. The reason I say that is because Justin Bieber used to have a white on white Ferrari with blue calipers, and I've seen it a few times. It's good job, JB. You picked a good one, mate. Got good taste. All right, we'll do one more. We'll do Carter_Vieira02, and he asks, how many years have you been vlogging? Actually, almost one. It hasn't been that long, and I've built up a pretty good audience for, I think it's been, I want to say it's been 10 months that I've been doing pretty much daily. I think a little bit less from actually daily, but so it's been a great ride so far. I've absolutely loved every single step of the way, except for the editing part. I don't love every step of the way. That part sucks. But I feel like over the course of a year, I think I've done pretty well. I think I've made a lot of fans happy, and I've made a lot of new friends. I've been able to travel more. I've been able to share my life with you, and I think that's awesome that you guys are actually interested in what I'm doing. I've been able to introduce a lot of different views on not only my own life, but a lot of other people's as well, and some of the views that I have on certain situations in the world. And it's great. It's a great platform for me to express my feelings, and it's a great platform for you guys to just see what people are up to, really, and to learn new things. I learn a ton of stuff on YouTube as well, and I would like to know that I get to know more people that I've never met ever, and I probably will never meet. I like the fact that I like to think that I might know what to spark a conversation about if I was ever to meet like a person like Casey Neistat or something like that. But all that being said, I'm pretty much going to end it right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that I didn't make it to Woodward today. I'm still going to do my best to get there tomorrow, which I should be able to make it there tomorrow, and I'll be able to start the vlog, the Woodward vlog that I promised you guys. And trust me, you will get plenty of Woodward vlogs in the very near future. So tomorrow you'll get a Woodward vlog tomorrow for sure. I'm not going to be cruising around the airport for another 24 hours, I can tell you that. Otherwise, I'll walk. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you don't already. I post every single day at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. But I'm out. That clap was really loud, and I guarantee you somebody's gonna be cruising down that ramp here in just a minute, trying to figure out why there's somebody awake and talking to a camera, just like everybody else that sees me talking to a camera. But I'm out. Later.